Hello everybody and welcome back to the West Ham Network. Anton here as West Ham take on Everton on Monday night at the 𝘎𝙓𝙀𝙀𝙀 Stadium, and there is plenty to talk about. But even before I get started, are you seeing Graham Potter right now? Am I Graham Potter? Because if you are on social media, all you will see is images of Graham Potter. It has made me chuckle. I'm not going to lie to you. It has absolutely made me chuckle. It's gone crazy. It's gone viral. West Ham are viral. We're always viral for the wrong reasons, but at least there's a bit of humour attached to it. Obviously, the ongoing joke with regards to David Sullivan and Graham Potter kind of being inseparable, and therefore you're now starting to see pictures of Graham Potter everywhere in an image that was maybe given David Sullivan posing with his son, posing with his partner, you name it. Then you'll see a picture of Graham Potter's face scanned into that one as a face swap. The face swap app, the AI world is just through the roof and crazy, but it has made me chuckle in what's been not really a nice time to support West Ham. Really, to be honest with you, it's not been a nice couple of years as a West Ham fan with you, to be honest with you. But there is plenty to talk about, as I said, and after a tough 2-1 defeat against Crystal Palace, Potter is absolutely under the spotlight in an abundance. It's just not great to be a West Ham fan, and all you hear is the negatives of supporting the club. It's not the fans' fault. We all know where the fault lies. And West Ham really do need to bounce back, and that pressure is heavily on Graham Potter. Nuno Espirito Santo is one manager we all know that has been linked to West Ham, supposedly having chats with the board on a regular occasion. But one change that might potentially try and help Graham Potter might not necessarily be a change that you as fans who watch West Ham Network want. A player that was signed in the summer, who I actually think has been quite good since he's come in. You know, when I've been rating the players as they go along, Kyle Walker-Peters and Diouf have kind of stood out for being two players that, in my opinion, have actually stepped up. But he could be replaced this weekend because we're expecting Wan-Bissaka to be fit. Now, Walker-Peters, like I said, has had his moments, but the defence has been leaky. And Wan-Bissaka's defensive stability could be just what West Ham need. But there's also a question of whether they can both fit in to a West Ham team. Now, fans are favouring a back four, but that's a tactical puzzle that Graham Potter needs to resolve himself, and I'm not sure we feel that he's got the confidence to be able to do that. Can we adjust and bring the two players into a back five? But I've just said an offensive statement to you. Back five. No West Ham fan currently wants to see West Ham with a back five. And I think the problem lies in our central of defence. I am not got the confidence in Mavropanos, and I do not have the confidence in Max Kilman. And I'm saying it out loud now for the first time in a while. I don't have the confidence in Max Kilman, and Max Kilman situation needs to be addressed. Just because you're a £40+ million player does not mean you're guaranteed to start in this game, and you've not done enough to start in this game. There are several players throughout this squad that certainly do not have and have done enough to start in this squad. Him and James Ward-Prowse. We can always pick a target there in James Ward-Prowse. I don't think that's always fair, because I do think there are other players that also don't step up to the plate alongside him. But with the expected inclusion of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, what does Potter do? And the question I'm asking you is a question I would ask the manager, and I'm not so sure the manager really knows what he's doing, because we as fans think he is confused more than he's ever been. But on top of all of that, we meet again David Moyes. He is stepping up with his new team in a brand spanking new stadium, a fit-for-purpose stadium, a football stadium that is fit for purpose with Everton. And it's him coming up against his old foes. You know, he took us to European glory. He knows how to push the buttons when it comes to West Ham. And he will absolutely go for the jugular, because as much as he massively respects West Ham and the fans, he is now running a new club, and he is going to be going at West Ham as much as he can. Massively fearful for the game, if I'm being really honest with you. I never thought I'd keep saying that, but I've never been this disconnected ever as a West Ham fan. And I am going into games more fearful than I've ever done because I'm a half glass full West Ham fan. And right now I am a half glass empty West Ham fan. And it's really tough to find that positivity. So we'll wait and see what actually transpires from the Graham Potter press conference. Will we actually get a nod of indication as to Aaron Wan-Bissaka being back? We're led to believe he will be. And that could cause a bit of a problem in that back line. So what would you do? Question, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's fit. Do you drop Walker-Peters? Is that fair? Can you fit them both into a team? Because we know Walker-Peters and Wan-Bissaka can play different positions through that back line. Wan-Bissaka can go over to the far side, but we're not going to reduce 𝙎𝙬𝙀𝙀. 𝙎𝙬𝙀's going to stay. Can we utilise them in the defence better? Who knows? Leave your comments. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Come on, you Irons.